buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered engines where we tussle through the night. If I know she was religious,
all right, that's good.
then I wouldn't
Let me
have
cook.
came
No. That's not allowed to cook
through the
anymore.
house of such
Am I nuts, or was that really loud
Okay.
this week?
It was kind of loud this
It
week.
sounded really loud.
I don't think so.
Hey, Matt actually decided to pick a decent song this week too.
Cry like a baby. Still yet to pick one.
What?
Anyways, guys.
What?
That's going to be cut out as a clip.
No.
Anyways, welcome to episode 7, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Episode 7.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Of Out of Podket. I just drew a blank. I don't know why. Today, I definitely want to start the podcast off talking about why in the heck teams are relocating so much. It's making me mad. I don't understand why the sports teams are abandoning fans that are very loyal to their organization to go off somewhere for more money.
Like Oakland. We've talked about Oakland many of times on this podcast, but
let's bring it up again.
we'll talk about it again.
Talk about it again. So, first topic is the Oakland Athletics, and gosh, man, it's like
It's a shame.
I think that
It really is. Yeah.
I think everybody out there, besides maybe the Fisher dude, is like, why?
Yeah.
Why erase? I mean,
they've been a
years
team.
and-
They've been a team for so long in that same stadium and same area that they just had so much history there.
years and years of history. I mean, like, I don't understand that. Like, if you have so much history in a city and as a team, and you just leave them to dry,
Exactly. Yeah.
and just because you don't want to, like, the owner doesn't want to put his own money into a stadium, it doesn't even have to be all of it. He could have made. He says, like, in his statement, he said that he tried everything he could do to stay in Oakland, even though
Which doesn't make very much sense.
completely not true. It's completely
No, it's
true.
not at all.
Like, at all. And I don't know. It just annoys me that there's so much relocation. Like, I think that instead of relocating, like, I understand some cities, like, yeah, like, if it's like an attendance thing and your team's good, like if you're like the Tampa Bay Rays or something where your team's really good making the playoffs constantly and you're not having the attendance, I can understand that.
I saw that Tampa Bay's getting a new stadium.
Yeah, did you see their old one?
Yeah, I
Hurricane.
did. That's what I was.
There isn't a stadium anymore.
Yeah,
The whole roof got
Milton
torn
took
off.
that out.
Well, there's people on like eBay selling like
I saw
parts
that.
of the outfield and parts of the roof.
I saw. That's crazy.
But yeah,
This is completely off topic. Have you seen that video of that guy who goes to Milwaukee at the Miller Park or whatever? He goes in there with a tractor and just starts destroying the field.
No.
Because they were-
What?
Dude, just-
was this
you-
recent?
No, it's a while back. You guys can talk about whatever. I got to pull this up.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
but I saw that even their old stadium won't be reopened by the start of the 2025 season because they have to get a whole new roof. It's like
Talk
custom
about,
made and everything.
The Rays.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about hurricanes or baseball stadiums or what, but based on what I've seen, they're not going to be playing baseball in their old stadium anymore. That's for sure. That thing I think was pretty ripped to shreds. But
Yeah. I think they're starting construction on a new one fairly soon. It's supposed to be open by 2028, I think.
yeah, I have no clue. But speaking on like the A's too, I don't think. Which of course in that situation, Fisher's going to claim he tried everything he could, but it definitely I think the end goal was for the A's to be on the because from what I've seen, the A's are going to be like on the strip, which I do have to admit, it's hard as a fan to sit here and say, but that's probably going to be really cool too.
It probably will be, yeah.
Have a baseball stadium on the Vegas Strip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody in here else has ever been to Vegas, but
I haven't.
based on the pictures I've seen, knowing if a baseball stadium would be, that would be pretty neat. It would be a cool stadium, I think.
I've been to like mini Las Vegas, Reno. Pretty much like the same thing, except way smaller.
Well, like how everyone always talks about like the skyline of Busch Stadium with the arch and all that stuff. The skyline on like an Oakland field in the middle of Vegas would be
we have
sick.
newly released surveillance video from inside the stadium. CBS 58 anchor Natalie Shepard joins me in the
This is
studio
so
with
funny.
the video. It's wild, Natalie.
It's something, Bill, and that surveillance video
This guy
shows
broke
40-year-old
in.
Keon Lambert walk right into Miller Park. The door to the stadium was unlocked. The video shows Lambert driving a tractor across the field. He dug holes in the outfield, at the pitcher's mound, and at home plate. The
Crazy.
complaint says
He just
caused
went ham.
$40,000 in damage. Lambert then left the stadium and was later arrested. Now, a judge ordered Lambert to
God,
undergo a
this guy
competency
Crazy.
exam.
like just drove. I don't know how many years ago this was, but 4 years ago. But dude, when I seen that for the first time, it made me laugh. I don't know why I thought of that, but this guy just like wreaked havoc on Miller Park.
That's
I don't know if I guess he was mad at the Brewers or something.
It looked to me like based off him, he probably wasn't the brightest.
Yeah.
He looked like he had a few things going
mean-
on in his head.
Yeah, to all the viewers out there, I would not recommend.
Breaking into
Probably
Bush
not-
He
Stadium.
didn't
Not
even
a
break
great
in; he
idea.
just walked straight in.
The door was open.
Doors
It was like
were
unlocked. He
I
just
know,
opened it and
but
walked in.
it's still that's still technically. It might not.
Still,
it's still
yeah, but-
technically breaking in.
Yeah, and the keys in the track, everything. He just walks in, gets on the tractor, and starts just.
I know, but
funny.
it's still definitely very illegal to
Oh,
just
it
walk in there,
definitely
even if
is,
the door's
yeah.
locked or unlocked.
100%.
I don't know. Go try it out, Jansen. See if you get arrested.
I'm not. That's not my thing.
Jansen isn't here next podcast. You know, you probably got arrested by him.
But overall, I think with sports, and actually, football recently has seen the most movement.
Well, to me, I don't care what anybody says. The NFL does not give a living crap out of fans.
It's a business.
It's
Yeah, it really
business
is.
Money,
yeah.
money, money,
end of
money,
the
money.
day. And I mean, it's a business. Like you know,
I mean, yeah, but
I'm not very fond of Roger Goodell. I don't. I mean, it's just like freaking Manfred in the MLB.
I'm not very fond of any commissioner.
No.
no, me either.
The only commissioner that I like is that Gary Bettman guy in the NHL. He's not
I
very.
don't know anything.
I like Dwayne the Rock for the XFL.
Oh yeah.
You mean the USFL?
Well,
Or you
actually-
might.
Well, they were. He was the. I think he was the XFL's, but they're merged now. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
XFL and the
Yes.
USFL
Yeah.
is
They
one thing, but
merged,
they're
yeah.
called the USFL now. All of them, aren't they?
Well, the
UFL.
thing that I don't like
UFL?
is
Yeah.
with the freaking good lord, they should have kept it the XFL. Everybody knew that.
I think it was like I feel like it looked better on stuff than
It
like
did.
the UFL.
It did. The old XFL logo looked really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
They changed it to this like it's just like the letters XFL and it's just black. Like it doesn't even look good.
Yeah.
But I know Fox owns 10% of it now. Or it might be, and then the rest is Redbird Capital, which is Redbird Capital, which they are like into a lot of. They invest in a lot of sports leagues, and then obviously got The Rock, and then Danny Garcia. They're the other owners of it. But yeah, that's also the thing about the Battlehawks. It's cool is it originated in the city, and honestly, I think we need to start a petition to bring the Battlehawks to the NFL. I mean, I don't know what they're waiting on.
Well, what do you guys think about? I've seen things talking about perhaps the UFL being like minor league football.
It should be. There is
Mhm.
I don't know I think there's been 80 players out of the UFL from last year who have signed NFL contracts. 80. That's I don't know. I don't know the exact number. Don't quote me on it. I think I seen a post. It was like 20% of the UFL players have signed an NFL contract.
Yeah, because it's like they almost get another chance to prove themselves.
There's nothing wrong. The NFL should definitely be like, okay, this is not hurting anything. All this is doing is giving people another chance.
Mhm.
And it's just like with the MLB has minor league stuff. Why doesn't the NFL have it? They tried it with that NFL Europe thing or whatever it was. They tried that. Didn't work. The UFL could work really well. I think that Dwayne Johnson, I don't know if he's really making all the decisions, but he's making really bad decisions. You cannot put teams in it that have an NFL team already. You should not put let's go to LA, let's go to New York. No, like
You need to put them in like cities like
go
St. Louis.
to Oakland. They're
Yeah,
mad.
exactly,
They're
exactly.
mad. Go to Oakland. Go to San Diego. They got stripped. I mean, go to Louisville. They don't have any professional sports, but they have college. The Louisville Cardinals. Go there. Go to cities that don't have professional teams.
Mhm.
That's where you'll get. That's where you'll get all the love
Well,
from. It's simple.
I think the difference between like football and baseball as far as minor leagues is there's not as much development football. Like in the minor leagues in baseball, you get drafted, and like even Paul Skeens, who I would say is he's the fastest like player to the NBA or MLB from college
Yeah.
in the minor leagues, and he even was in the minor leagues for almost a year, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
And the difference to me with football is I would not want, to take my number one overall pick and go put him down in the UFL, because in the NFL, at a lot of positions, your career the average career of like most NFL positions is only like 6 or 8 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Like a running back generally,
Well,
after they turn 30, they're
running backs are undervalued.
But you have guys coming out of the draft, generally they're between 22, 24 by the time they get drafted, generally. And they got, 6 to 8 years before they're 30. And generally, once you turn 30 in the NFL, unless you play quarterback,
That's your Tom Brady or
quarterbacks and offensive
kickers. There will be 50-year-old
offensive-
kickers. Have you seen that?
Well, I don't.
I know they don't really have.
Generally, you don't draft the kicker.
Yeah.
Hey, every now and again.
Every once in a while, but generally you don't draft kicker. But generally, quarterbacks and O linemen are like the only two positions you see play deep into their 30s. So, like, if you drafted a running back in the second or third round, you're not going to want to send him to the Battlehawks to, develop. You're going to want him because most of them.
Squad players. They have these practice squads.
I'm not saying they still couldn't do it, but it would definitely have to be different than the MLB because you're not going to want to send your second round pick to the minor leagues. You would have to maybe expand the draft, and it'd be more like your 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th round picks would be gone.
Well, my argument for it is you have all these running backs, right? You have. I mean, I don't even know how many you can have. Like, what strings are you? First string, second string, third string. I don't even know.
You can have as many as you want. There's a
Exactly.
roster limit.
But
and
there's
that's
so
all that
many
matters.
extra players, like all these wide receivers. There's so many extra. Why would you have them sit there while they're backup, like especially backup quarterbacks and stuff? Why would you have them just sit there?
I mean, you have to
learn the
have
playbooks.
you do have to have backups.
You do, but like, why wouldn't you go? Hey, let's go down to the Battlehawks. Let's get some reps in, get some game time in. We'll see what you're doing. It couldn't hurt them.
I think the
Maybe
only
for
way,
injuries.
like I said, the only way they'd have to do that is you would have to add more rounds, I would think, so that you could fill out minor league teams. Because obviously, too, the other thing you gotta look at is you're not going to have a dude in the minor leagues for 20 years. I mean, there are guys that are in their 30s still playing minor league baseball.
Yeah.
But you would have to, because like your first round pick in the MLB, there are guys that were the first overall pick that are in the minor leagues for 10 years, like Mickey Moniak. How long was he in the minor leagues before he finally made it to the Angels? And he was a first overall pick. But like you have guys like Odell Beckham Jr., Ezekiel Elliott, Justin Jefferson, just naming a few random guys that really their first couple years, that was their prime. Versus an MLB, you're not coming out of your prime is, 5-10 years after you come out of high school or college.
Yeah.
The NFL, some of them guys, they play in the NFL for 2 years and they start losing a step.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to like Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he's not half the guy he was his rookie year.
No.
You do know the thing about these leagues making it. You have to have your cornerstone players. You got WNBA, you got Kaylin Clark, you got those girls, the INSQ girl, you got Angel Reese. You have to have faces that people want to go watch.
Like people like that they know.
That is the UFL's problem also, is they don't have anybody with names that they're like, you're not going to go out and be like, oh, I want to go watch AJ McCarron play. No, you're going to be like,
If you say that to someone, they're probably gonna be like,
what about
"Who is that?"
you need a guy that's a veteran or something, say I don't know, Ezekiel Elliott, go play in the UFL. Get all these guys with big names or something and get them in there so people are like, oh, Ezekiel Elliott's playing here. Well, I want to go watch him.
The other problem with that too is if you were actually using the UFL to develop talent, the other problem would be the product would probably go down because, like, for example, I'm sure the Cardinals minor league team could be better most of the time. At most times, and this goes for any team, it would be better if maybe you'd play the 30-year-old dude who's been in the minor leagues and has been solid, but he's not MLB level over the 20-year-old you just drafted this year. Yeah, he might be better, but at the end of the day, the goal is to make the best MLB team you'd have. So you'd have guys that you wouldn't be playing like Ezekiel Elliott because what good does that do for your NFL team to play a 30-year-old running back who, if he ever does get good enough to go back to the NFL, he's washed.
A cool scenario that I think would be cool is, say you had the worst team in the NFL play the best team in the UFL. I know that the NFL team would win, but it would still be cool to watch. Just an exhibition game.
I don't know about that.
That would be so cool.
I don't think that would be very watchable, honestly.
I think it would.
I honestly think
People would definitely be interested. Oh, let's see this minor league team's playing the worst. This is like the poop bowl Let's go watch
I
some
don't
football.
think that'd be very watchable because there is such a gap between the UFL teams and the worst NFL team.
Never know. You never know.
I mean,
we
I
know
guess
pretty good.
I know. I just don't see it being watchable. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if the UFL was a similar league, kind of like like the World Baseball Classic. Yeah, there are some countries that aren't the best.
What was
but
that
they,
one that had like a bunch of like really
The
old?
one
dudes
that had like the electrician thrown like
Yeah.
in the 70s. I
Heck
don't even remember
yeah.
what team it was.
I forgot
But
what
like
team that was.
there was, were they no USA or Japan or anything like that? No, but they were still competitive.
They're at least there. They're
I
hanging
don't.
out.
I don't think the UFL. I don't think there's a single. You could make a UFL All-Star team, and I don't think they would even compete with. Who's even the worst NFL team right now?
Panthers,
The
probably.
Jaguars, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, Andy Dalton would look like Patrick Mahomes playing against the Battlehawks.
Yeah,
probably.
it's true.
But on the flip side of this conversation, though, a topic I saw that I was kind of curious what you guys thought about was the more expanding, especially like overseas, what you guys, and not just talking NFL, like what you guys think about the MLB, NFL, NBA, the potential of them
Going overseas.
going overseas and maybe having being the IFL, International Football League, if you're not following Owen.
I don't.
I was paying attention. I was taking my hoodie off.
I don't know if you
warm.
have. There's nothing really to lose there doing it, because it would be cool. Like say the NFL went to Mexico City or London or something. The problem with that is you'll have these teams who have to travel so far.
Well, see, when I actually thought about that question, when I saw the thing about it, I actually spent a lot of time thinking about it while I was doing my old weed eating, And the way I thought it out was, so say you had, we'll just say for the NFL was the one I used as an example, because I know NFL more than I know the other
Well,
ones.
apparently you don't. I'm seeing the score here. Well, let's get that. We'll get to that later. But apparently,
Apparently, me and
Okay,
Nancy know
okay.
the same about the NFL.
apparently, anyways, go ahead.
That was me picking upsets. I'm sorry. I'll pick chalk the rest of the year if y'all want me to. But anyway, I think so. The NFL is at 32 teams right now. Say you added, obviously to start with
The Battlehawks. I'm joking.
No, I'm talking overseas.
I know
I'm
you
not
are.
talking
I know.
So say you added 8 teams. Probably if you added 8 teams, you'd have probably 4 in like say Middle Europe, and then maybe 1 somewhere in like South America or somewhere. Maybe a couple in Asia.
I don't know.
Well, I based it too off of
This
like
is American football. This is America.
I know, but you got to remember what did we say at the beginning? What
Do you
is
think
the
people
NFL?
over there going to be
What is-
making crock pot meals, drinking brewskis?
Well, the
and-
NFL must be popular overseas. Otherwise, once again, what did we say at the beginning? All sports leagues are. They're a business.
They are a business.
They want money.
Do they even need it? They probably don't even need it.
But Matt, do they need to fine somebody 10 grand for doing a celebration?
Probably not.
No, they probably don't need that 10 grand, but they would take that 10 grand.
Well, of course they would.
So, like,
Of course they would.
the main one I was thinking of, like the Jaguars, it seems like I seen a thing they played like, after this year, it'll be like their 13 games in 11 years they've played overseas, something nuts like that. Like they practically might as well be the London Jaguars at this point.
Yeah, for
But
real.
say you added that, and like I said, it must be wanted.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the NFL wouldn't keep going to London. They've went to London every
The
year.
NFL is worldwide. The Super
That's what I'm
Bowl, all
saying.
that, they would be fine doing it. I don't think that I would do it just because of the traveling. That's all.
Well, that's my thought with traveling.
Hey, you don't got to worry about it, man. It's good.
No, I know I won't have to worry about it.
I actually thought about that too, and the way I think it would have to work is like I don't know how much because I looked into this too. The Jaguars, they don't get told. Like it's not like you just get screwed and told you're going to London. It's like a mutual kind of agreement type thing. Like the Jaguars have to choose to give up one of their games to go play in London. I think the way they do it best, to do it the best, would be say you had 8 teams, and every couple years, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, go on. Like say the Chiefs, for example, you play, was it 17-game season, right, in the NFL?
Something like that.
So you'd have, we'll just say for the sake of this, 8 home games, 9 away games. they would. The way I think it would work best is if you had like a trip, right? So like you played 3 or 4 games overseas consecutively. So say from week 8 to week 11, the Chiefs play 4 games all over in Europe somewhere, and they play, like I said, they just play those teams, and then they could have their bye week say after that, so they have the week to come back over, or maybe even add a second bye week, so they could have a bye week before it and a bye week after it to make traveling easier. And I think that would work really well. Because the other thing you got to realize, too, like if you had teams in Europe, flying from one country in Europe to flying another country in Europe is like flying between states in the United States.
That's true. Yeah.
So the only hard one would be is if they branched it out even further, the traveling would get even worse. But but most of the games, too, you got to think about it, like the overseas teams would be like probably their own like division of some sort. And a lot of their games would be just playing each other. They would maybe only have say 5-6 games against the actual current NFL teams.
My thing with that is I think there's too many cities that in America that could still have NFL teams that you don't need to put it overseas.
Well, I agree partially, but at the same time, if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, there are probably cities overseas that would make you more money
Yeah.
than say, like, as much as I hate to say it, I would be willing to bet putting an NFL team in London would make a lot more money than putting an NFL team in St. Louis.
But I mean,
That might be a hot take.
But also, like, travel expenses, though, that
Well,
would probably even
But
it out.
you also got to think about this too, Owen. If you sell out a 100 and some thousand seat stadium, how much did that plane really cost, Owen?
Probably not that much.
Not that much, exactly. You got to look at how much profit they made. They could send
That's
10
true, that
planes
is
over
true.
there. It wouldn't.
my estimation, so what I've been doing over here is I have a stopwatch, and I've been timing how long you yap. And right now, I'm at 2 minutes. So that means I guarantee you've probably been yapping for about an estimation about 8 minutes of yappington. So, and I probably had about 4 minutes of estimated time of talking.
I think I had about one.
So, yeah, Jansen, I think you talk more than me in the podcast. I'm just trying to get this argument.
This
We've
is
been
just-
having this argument.
I never said I did.
What?
I never did. I never said you talked more than me.
Oh, Zayden, bro, get in on this. This guy says that he does not yap on this podcast.
I never said I didn't talk the most. I never said that.
You
no.
definitely did.
Definitely.
You
I definitely did
have.
not.
Professional
No.
yapper.
No, I did not say that. I never
All right,
said
well,
that.
before we forget about it, we should probably do our NFL pick'ems for the week.
Yeah, that's definitely the most watched.
All right.
The most watched segment of
Yeah,
our
for sure.
not watched
NFL
podcast.
pick'em.
We need people in the comments to
So-
give us ideas about what we need to talk about.
That's the scoreboard. Zayden's 15-5.
Yeah.
Matt's 14-6. Me and Owen still at the bottom.
Jansen knows NFL, guys.
He knows the NFL.
And I do not. If you asked me to just say, "Hey Matt, give me 2 players off of every NFL team," I would draw a fat blank.
I wouldn't be able to.
I don't even know. But again, I do love football. It's just, being in St. Louis, you just kind of get sad. You don't have a team to root on unless you're a Chiefs fan. And so that's why I watch college football.
Or a Broncos fan like Jansen, or
I don't buy
or
that's fine
Vikings
as long as
fan-
you're
fan
as long as
like
you're not like
Zayden.
some bandwagon guy. Like I don't know. I couldn't.
hey,
It's not that I don't like the Chiefs. It's just that I can't be a fan of them, if that makes sense. Like I just can't be like, oh, I want to go and I just want the Chiefs to win. I'm rooting for them. Well, I just can't. I don't know why.
yeah. All right,
I just
well,
can't.
Sounds a little sour.
we're going in reverse order this week. Jansen, Zayden, Matt, me.
So these are the games for this week. Broncos, Saints, Lions, Vikings, Ravens, Buccaneers, Chiefs, 49ers, and Seahawks, Falcons. And as we stated, I am a Broncos fan, so I'm taking the Broncos.
Broncos country.
This
That's
game
right.
is Thursday. The Saints. This is Thursday night football in New Orleans, by the way.
I'm
Broncos country. Let's ride.
gonna go with the Broncos just because I feel like they're gonna win. Actually, no, never mind.
Who's
Jensen
the other
likes
team?
Broncos. Pick me on the Saints.
Bo Nix season, baby. Bo Nix.
Bo
Bo
Nix
picks.
is so bad.
Bo picks.
Saints.
They have Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, exactly. He's a dog.
Bo picks.
hmm
You know, I was getting into sports betting a little bit with Fliff. Let me tell you, if I was a grown adult, my kids would be eating ice cubes.
Man, that's not hitting right now.
I'm not hitting. I think I'm 8-6 on sports betting, and that's my record overall. I had like 200,000 Fliff coins, which is equivalent to probably like, I don't know, $30.
Matt, you realize
IRL.
sports betting's illegal in Missouri, right?
Yes, but there's alternatives to it. You don't just bet money. You have Fliff coins and Fliff cash, and then you can take those and renew it for cash, and it's not illegal yet. That's not illegal. That's how it works. By the way,
Anyways,
back to the day.
Get your picks, Matt.
I'm gonna go to the Broncos.
Okay.
I'm-
Maybe I should go with the Saints. If that sounds
I
like
don't
no,
know.
Matt.
I think I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I'm not
What I
trying to
was
eat ice
saying
cubes this week.
Is the Blues? I put
Oh my
everything I
God.
had on the game against the Wild, and like they just
Sounds like the Blues lost to the Wild is what I'm picking up.
that's
they
what
did
I'm hearing.
4-1, and the goalie scored, and it was a whole.
I did
deal.
see that. I did see that.
The goalie scored? How does
Yeah.
that happen?
It's when so they pull the goalie for an extra guy to go out there.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know how that works.
I
You
didn't
can do
know.
that. I didn't know that. I
What-
swear I didn't.
What, did
I
you
don't
just
watch-
flip the puck down the ice and it went
Yeah,
in?
no, yeah. They, so
It went in.
I don't know. It might have been Buchnevich.
It was.
Might not have been, but he took a slap shot because time was running out. The goalie, got it, threw the puck down to his stick, and he just shot it all the way down the ice. Went in. That's the coolest thing. I love goalie goals, but I don't like it when it's against the Blues. But it's still cool. Anyways,
just
I know
don't
we're
know-
doing NFL pick'em, so we got to get going.
I would have thought that somebody would have gotten in the way of a puck before it
Yeah.
would have shot all the way down
You
the
would
ice.
have thought.
You would have thought, but
Especially there was an extra guy out there.
That's
How
what
did that happen?
that extra guy should have been. I don't know.
that extra guy stuff, man, that messes with me. It's like
Dude, I didn't know you could do that. I don't
you'll
know.
have it just makes me frustrated sometimes with the coaches. There'll be like 30 minutes left of the game, and you're down by 1. They'll be like, "Oh, we're pulling the goalie now." I'm like, dude, just keep the goalie in until there's a minute left. You can't be leaving the goal wide open. I mean, but you got to gamble. It's not that much time left, so I understand. But anyways, NFL pick'em.
NFL pick'em. Okay, so next game, Lions Vikings. I was actually about to be nice and pick the Vikings because Zayden picked the Broncos. I was gonna be like, you know what? But now I'm back to hating on the Vikings. I'm going Detroit.
Hey, the Vikings are about to be 6-0.
I completely agree. Vikings on top.
The Vikings are 6-0.
They're 5-0. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got a
They got a
bye.
bye.
That's right.
The Chiefs and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Bye last time.
Hey, it means Aiden as Chiefs and
yeah.
Vikings fan. We're feeling pretty good right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're a Vikings fan now?
This is the
No,
game.
I'm a Chiefs fan. Zayden's
You
a
are
Vikings fan.
wrong.
Oh.
You are wrong on this game, and it's not going to be the Vikings. It's going to be the Lions.
Well, we're real predictable this week.
Man, me and Zayden are really
It's the
agree.
exact same twice in a row. Both me and Matt picking the away team and Owen and Zayden picking the home team. So next game is Ravens Buccaneers.
Jackson.
I'm taking the Ravens. I'm gonna keep taking all the away teams.
I'm picking the Ravens.
Hey, we got a little bit of a mix-up.
The
Hey,
other team.
Buccaneers.
Can't lie. I think we're all gonna pick the same one on this one.
Ice
Give me the Bucks.
Oh,
Ice cubes, Matt.
Oh, I'm
Give me
sorry.
The Bucks.
Ice cubes.
I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
Yeah. I'm
me-
serious, dude. I would I don't know. I wouldn't get that invested into it, but it's
he put the house on the line this time.
And the next one, I already put my letter next to the 49ers, who are
And
going to
my-
go into Santa Clara and absolutely destroy the Kansas City Chiefs.
my future wife will probably divorce me over sports betting,
Okay.
but they're gonna have to deal with that, whoever that will be.
Hey, if you make it with a wife, you probably made it further than I did, so congratulations on that.
Whatever, dude.
Jason's gonna be homeless.
Whatever, dude.
Zayden,
The Chiefs.
Hey,
we're about to go
I
from
knew.
2 undefeated teams to none.
No, there's gotta be 2 left.
Hopefully not.
What do you think, Matt?
They coming
What
off
are the
bye
team
week.
Chiefs and who?
Chiefs and
49ers.
49ers.
Give me the Niners.
Give me the Chiefs.
Think about it, Owen. 2 undefeated teams coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
The last 2 undefeated teams
Yeah, they're-
both had a bye week, and they're
Playing
both
against
about
each
to
other?
lose.
No, they're about to win.
Yeah, but the Kansas
No,
City
they're not playing each
refs
other.
can't really lose.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Zayden, flip my pick. It's the freaking Kansas City refs. What am I doing? What am I doing? We know this. It's a
Well,
script.
apparently I don't like refs.
I got the script on my phone, so Flip Cash is working for me in the NFL.
Obviously not. 'cause
Obviously not. You're eating ice cubes.
I bet on the NHL,
You're
dude.
eating ice cubes.
I swear to God, when you're educated on one sport, you think you're educated on it, you always pick wrong. If you haven't like the NFL, I don't know anything about it.
Is that
I
why
won
I'm-
money on the Giants?
Is that why I'm trashing NFL pick'em?
Yeah, it is because I swear it's how it works. But like, this Flip makes me frustrated, man.
we got probably the worst game of the week right here.
Dude, I don't know if you guys.
Worst game of the week. The Seahawks and Falcons is the game. Last one. Two actually solid teams. I don't know what Owen's here talking about.
It's a Bird Bowl.
But to be fair, these are all actually. This is definitely the worst game of the week. If I'm
That's
being
probably true,
honest,
honestly.
but,
All the
but
other
we
ones
always
are
do
decent.
Thursday night, so we had to keep it.
Had to, yeah.
But Seahawks versus Falcons.
All right, so I need to flip this.
I really have no reason, like for either team, so I'm just gonna go with Kirko Chains.
Oh.
I'm going Kirko Chains.
So I picked Denver, right?
yeah.
I
Gotta
got
respect
Denver.
Kirko.
Zane's that Vikings homer.
Gotta respect them, you know.
I say homer like he's
What do
like
you think, Matt?
hometown, but he's not.
I'm gonna go Seattle.
I'll split it up. I'll go Seattle too. Make it even.
So big week, Owen. Me and you only picked alike.
oh,
once.
thank God.
One of us is about to call it. One of us is
It's gonna
about to
me.
be.
I'll be 10 and 15 after this week.
Yeah, you're about to be 10 and 15. I'm about to be 14 and 11. Is that what we're cooking up?
Something like that.
But yeah. So
I'll be able to pay my rent.
picks of the week. Can you see that good, Zayden? I can't see.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, so my bets I put on Fliff is the Seattle game and the Denver game. That's the only. Because you can only put 1,000 Fliff coins in.
This might be a good time to say if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800. Was it 1-800 gambler or
like that.
something?
Well, it's not like I put any money into it.
Matt would probably know.
You get free coins, so it's not like I put a.
I get free coins after I buy them. It's like
yeah,
pretty much free.
Yeah, buy two get one free.
Well, yeah, if someone's buy one, get one free, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to buy it.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
100%.
you don't have to. Like
100%.
it's a choice.
It's like those, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but like the extreme couponing stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a dude buying like,
Dude, we need to have Dave Kopelman on this podcast.
Yeah.
Our math teacher, our wonderful math. I want him on here.
doesn't he probably have a class 5th hour? That's the only hard part. Like
Probably.
Lewis's prep is 5th hour. So that one would actually work.
If
but everyone else
Kopelman
is kinda
watch,
hard.
he's not gonna watch it. He's not probably not gonna watch an episode of this. But if he does,
Hey,
and he
tell him
watches this
tell him to
long,
watch it. Tell him to watch
Get
it.
on here, dude.
Yeah.
Get on.
Compliment.
I mean, it's with Quandale. Kopelman, Quandale.
And honestly, who cares about your math class too? Like they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they can learn themselves or something.
Give them do the funnest thing ever. Just give them a bunch of book pages.
Yeah, then
Tell them it's due in a week, and take the day off.
there you go. But there's been some trades in the NFL lately. Some pretty pretty big
Devontae
names.
Adams assembling the New York Packers.
Pretty
much,
yeah. Devont Diddy Adams.
What?
I don't get it. I don't know why Devontae Adams was so upset in the Raiders. Like he had a Taco Bell in his house.
I don't know.
What's wrong? I wonder. Is that that's
said-
not actually real, is it?
I have no idea.
Like I always seen.
I know. I haven't talked to him yet. I can call him though.
Yeah, call him real quick now.
Well, I didn't know. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But have you guys have seen that commercial, haven't you, about Devontae Adams having to talk? And on the internet, I can't tell if everyone's joking when they say it.
It's
Like
probably a joke if I might
I'm
guess, but
assuming it's a joke because there's no way bro actually has a Taco Bell in his house.
I think his thing was that I'd always see stuff about him complaining about how he's never been hit that hard in his life. He keeps getting just absolutely beat up the entire time he's been playing.
I
for the
think what he's
Raiders.
complaining about is the fact that he's got Aiden O'Connell at quarterback.
That could be part of it too.
It's rough. I don't know who he is, but he doesn't sound good.
Aiden O'Connell. It's probably a reason you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
And they got Minshew Mania over there too.
Oh, don't give smoke on Minshew. I like him. I don't care what you say. When I played Madden, he was always the backup that I upgraded his ratings to 99 overall and played with him. And balled
He's
out.
like you got like Minshew, then you got there's all of those random
That
backups
aggravates.
that
the
every
only thing
couple
that
years
aggravates
they're
me about
randomly
that
good
college
for.
football game is like you really have to recruit on it. There's no just upgrading your players. That kind of makes me mad sometimes.
Really?
You know what I hate about college football? The one thing that I do hate about it, when I draft somebody that's like 5-star elite dev, and then somehow they still are like
Poop.
don't go. I drafted a guy, the number one. He was the number one overall like player in this class or whatever. He was a gym elite developed trait. I redshirted him his first year because I had a God squad. He was only like an 80-something overall, and he literally went down in overall.
Dude.
because he got redshirted. And then I tried like playing him, even though he wasn't the highest overall, to make him go up, and he ended up only getting like an 87 overall. But it was all good because he had like 99 speed, so he just
Oh, yeah. Made it work.
he just ran really fast and
9 speed.
throw it up. That's on my Mizzou rebuild. I started a new Mizzou rebuild.
I'm gonna get so aggravated.
Because the first one I started right when the game came out, and there was a lot of bugs and stuff, and it was just cooked. So I started a new one. I don't even remember who the one I was talking about a second ago was with.
How in the heck?
But I just recruited a 97 speed guy. Decided to
The
get him.
Colorado
on my team.
Avalanche are 0-4 right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
The-
just looking at the
The
standings.
Utah Hockey Club or whatever it is.
Bro, ain't that
That's
ain't that
another ownership story.
Yeah.
Utah Hockey Club?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Arizona Coyotes. They moved to Utah, rebranded, and
When did they do
came up
this?
with it last year.
they don't have a name for them yet. It's kind of like the Redskins.
Whoa!
Well,
How have I not heard about this?
Probably wasn't that big of a deal.
You know, how the Redskins are the football team.
Haven't the Coyotes
It's a little
been,
different
like,
than that. They didn't
trash,
relocate.
though? Like
What?
the Coyotes have been bad for a while, haven't
I
they?
feel like it almost makes more sense for a hockey team being Utah than Arizona.
100%.
That's just me, but
Yeah. Utah needed a team, but
yeah.
no, that just surprised me because Colorado's really good.
Well,
They're-
see, the only problem with that statement, Owen, is there's like 3 hockey teams in Florida.
That is true. That is true. But like when you think about Arizona, you don't think about hockey. You think about like the desert or something.
Nah.
Then again, you think about Florida, you don't,
Don't think
about
of the random-
hockey either.
Sheet of ice in the middle of the desert?
Not usually, no. But
my parlays are not hitting though, for real.
All right, so another topic as we are starting to kind of get close on time. Something we better touch on is the big Mizzou game from this past week.
good.
What'd you think I was about to say?
I thought you were gonna bring up in playoff baseball.
Oh.
wait, Matt, how's your pick doing?
Yeah, Matt, how's that Padres for the World Series going?
Pretty good, right?
I'm gonna walk out of this podcast.
I think we did good, Owen. I think the Dodgers,
Kicking the Dodgers.
Dodgers going all the way.
They're not winning.
Except Shohei Ohtani is not playing good at all right now.
I don't want to accept that the Dodgers are winning. I want them to choke. They do choke.
I don't even want them to win, but I don't
But
know
I think
enough.
that's the team that can.
I don't know enough about MLB not to just pick the best team.
Exactly.
Dodgers and Yankees.
It's kind of like the Astros. Like they're
The
for a
Yankees
while.
haven't made it in a while, so it's but it's still like.
I know, but
Again, Aaron Judge isn't playing good
judges
either.
don't know how to hit anymore.
No. Same with Ohtani. Ohtani decided to stop playing baseball when he got to the playoffs. He's like, "No, I'm good. I don't really feel like playing baseball anymore."
Shohei.
I seen a meme about like how if Judge was the shooter, Kennedy would have seen the moon landing or something like that.
Yeah.
But like
I don't know if we can say that on the podcast.
something like that. It's not bad. I mean, it's history.
I guess.
We talk about it in class. Why can't we talk about it on the podcast?
That's true, I guess. But
Well, it is out of pocket. That's what the whole.
Yeah, it's out of pocket.
We
Owen.
did completely not do anything out of pocket, but like you know,
not yet.
The thing is
We're maybe we need
have
to start
to keep it
testing the
PG
water.
because the man
Testing the waters.
Tyler Airing, his job's on the line when we're in here, and he's giving us the opportunity to podcast, so
Yeah,
we
we
might as
don't-
well keep it PG for him.
Yeah,
because
we
that's
need to start like towing the water and tell him he needs to send us an email of how give us like a meter of like
hey, I had
is this a little too much?
my podcast last year. It only aired like 2 episodes, and we filmed probably 8. So I can
Wasn't
tell-
it? I'm not gonna say names, obviously, because that's why I got taken down. But wasn't it because you were talking about like someone's mom or something? Like that?
every now and again.
Never not again.
But
I get
yeah,
that.
so but back to Mizzou.
Oh yeah, Mizzou, Auburn, correct? Is that the plan?
Well,
This
first
week?
off,
I think so, yeah.
I would like to say that Mizzou got another game against Mickey Mouse and his clubhouse pals this past week.
Whatever. UMass is
UMass is pitiful.
pretty bad.
I mean, that was kind of back to the.
Yes.
They weren't Murray State bad, but they were Buffalo.
This
bad.
Saturday, October 19th, Auburn, Mizzou.
It's Mizzou's
It's
homecoming.
homecoming, yeah.
11.
My sister's going to the game.
11
for some reason,
a.m..
I know that.
Again,
I see him post on
here
it.
we are as sad Mizzou fans. We got to get this game.
How's the SEC standings look like?
Let's look.
Probably
Got to win this game.
Bama.
It's just
Well, we're tied with Bama.
Are we?
I don't know if we have I don't know how tiebreakers work, to be honest, but we're all like 3-1 or 2-1 or whatever.
come on.
Matt's phone's tweaking out.
No, it's the school.
Okay.
The school
Whoa,
Wi-Fi.
that is not the-
Pluto.
That is not the SEC.
Yeah.
There we go.
Army's winning the SEC.
A&M.
A&M, Texas.
A&M, Texas, and LSU are the only undefeated teams. Mizzou's down at, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th.
9, yeah.
Frick.
But that's because they've only played 2 conference
Mississippi
games.
State's at the very bottom, 0-3. Auburn, we play Auburn this week, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 0-3 in the conference.
Auburn, from what I've seen, is not very good this year.
They're
Looks
still
like-
an SEC team, guys. Still let me-
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly.
You don't. I don't even know how the Auburn games have gone. I don't know if they've been close. If they've been.
Let's look.
Cause there's been years where I know that some of these there'd be an SEC team who literally only lost by like 1 possession or less than
No.
that, or like a
No,
field
no.
goal, and they like. I don't
By
know.
18 to Georgia, by 6 to Oklahoma, who also is kind of looks shaky. Lost to Arkansas by 10. They beat New Mexico.
Oh, brother.
So wait, go back.
Lost to Cal,
Cal.
and then they beat they beat Alabama A&M 73-3.
Alabama A&M? What?
Rest in peace, Alabama.
Yeah. So their SEC schedule, I mean, they lost it by 10 to Arkansas, who isn't a great SEC team. But losing by 6 to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I think, is a team that Oklahoma's a team kind of like Mizzou.
Pretty soon.
By the end of the year, I think we'll know if they were a legit team or
It's
not.
critical. We're done.
And then
We're done.
Georgia by 18. That's kind of, I mean, Mizzou lost by 30.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
Can't really talk too much about losing Georgia, which A&M's actually looking kind of like a legit playoff team this year.
Yeah, A&M is looking really pretty good.
But we'll see.
I completely agree.
I think Mizzou they have to win against Auburn this week. This is a game that they should win. They have to win. If they lose this week, I would almost be willing to bet that their playoff chances they're definitely
to
below
none.
1%
Yeah.
if they lose this week, for sure.
Time.
Huh?
Time.
Time what?
To leave.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up, guys. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
You still.
That was episode 7 of the Out of Podket podcast. See you next week.
Go Tigers.
got promoted back in